And President Obama is now mulling over military options to help out the Iraqi government.
The United States is not simply going to involve itself in a military action in the absence of a political plan by the Iraqis that gives us some assurance that they're prepared to work together.
The turmoil is raising fears that Iraq is going backwards and could destabilize. The president making it clear he will only take action if the Iraqi government comes up with their own plan to tackle the mounting violence and show that they are willing to work with the United States and its allies to stabilize the region. And locally, veterans of the war in Iraq are not happy with seeing what has been going on in that country since they've left.
Yeah, many say now American blood was shed in vain. Fox 5's Kerry Kinsey joins us live in studio with this side of the story. Kerry.
Yeah, Olivia, John, we're talking about 2 U.S. Marines who were part of the war in Iraq. They both say no matter what happens in that country, it's definitely a mess. As the ISIS Shia militants seize new towns in Iraq and advance towards Baghdad, many believe the country is about to fall. Among them, 2 Marines who were part of Operation Iraqi Freedom in March of 2003. Las Vegan Kelly Mercer was a member of the U.S. Marines' 3rd Assault Amphibian Battalion. That's the unit that helped to pull down the Saddam Hussein statue in April of 2003. These are Mercer's pictures from his tour. He says it hurts him to think that the country might crumble after 4,000 American lives were lost there, including these 8 men from his unit who he calls brothers. Mercer is critical of the current Iraqi army. What do you think about that? It looks like they're not even fighting.
No, they're giving up. It's during the same thing happened during the invasion when we went in. The Iraqi army gave up, threw their uniforms, left their weapons on the side of the road, and took off. They've done it before, and they're doing it again.
Dale Samuda was also part of Operation Iraqi Freedom and saw action with the 3rd Marines Low Altitude Air Defense Battalion. Like Mercer, he also made the march northward from Kuwait into Iraq. You think there's a possibility that the country could fall?
It's already fallen, sir. It's already fallen. If there's so much publicity on this situation going on overseas right now, they're on one leg, balancing, teetering, and once we get over there, they're going to fall.
Both men believe the insurgency can be stopped, but they say that would require U.S. military intervention. Mercer says airstrikes are the key.
When you have air support, it's a lot easier to stand and fight.
Samuda says air support is fine, but boots on the ground are needed to close the deal there once and for all. But is this country really ready to go back to Iraq? Haven't we seen this movie before?
So once again, our American citizens are going to get put on the line, just like back in 2003 and where we are now, 2014. We're going to have people come and do yearly tours, 6-month tours, the same shebang.
And coincidentally, Samuda says he was on the same battlefield in Iraq as Kelly at the same time, but the 2 were in different units. They never knew each other then. What are the chances of that?
Yeah. They seem disappointed but not terribly surprised at the events unfolding there.
They believe we're going back no matter what.
Wow. An interesting perspective.
Yeah, it is.
Kerry, thank you.
Thank you, Kerry. And both men agree that the militants are a force to contend with.